welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video of a Netflix slash Dreamworks show. This came on Netflix this year. It wasn't that long ago, maybe a month ago or so, and it is Spirit. I've already forgotten the title of the show. Spirit Riding Free. Is that what it's called? I'm not going to look it up, I'm going to go with it. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, Spirit Riding Free, as I say, it's Dreamworks and Netflix. So we've got a good combination. I really like Netflix original series. More notably, they're kind of, normal live action TV series, not necessarily the kids ones. I've not really watched many of those, but they do some Netflix original kid shows, and they seem to work with Dreamworks a lot. So Netflix and Dreamworks work together for the How to Train Your Dragon TV show. Dragons Riders, if they keep changing the name of that one, so I lose track. They originally released those on DVD. They were just Dreamworks TV shows, and then Dreamworks partnered up with Netflix, and it's now a Netflix show. There's like 4 seasons of it, and there's some kind of specials of it, and it's a really good show. I really enjoy the Dragon show. I enjoyed it when it was on DVD before. I think it's great, and I think Netflix did something really good with it, because you can tell that the quality from when it was being released on DVD to then when it was a Netflix original was up, and the quality looks great. The How to Train Your Dragon TV series looks nearly as good as the film. The characters are all the same, the story flows nicely in with the films. I've not watched all of the shows, so I'm not sure 100%, but from what I've watched, it worked really well. Now, Netflix and Dreamworks also have a Croods TV show spin-off, and I didn't really like that one. I only watched 1 episode, and I didn't really like the way that it looked and the style they were going for. So I was like, no. And The Croods is probably my favourite Dreamworks film. So it was kind of difficult. I really like The Croods, but I wasn't a big fan of that show. They also do a Puss in Boots one, which I think seems fine. So that one's fine. So maybe it's a bit hit and miss. We've also seen Disney do a spin-off TV series show recently, where they spun off from The Lion King and they did The Lion Guard. I really like The Lion Guard. I think it works brilliantly. Really like how they've gone with it. Really like the characters they kept with. Really like that one. So as far as like kids TV show spin-offs, there's a fair few. So now we have Spirit. Okay, so the original Spirit movie came out over 10 years ago. I think it came out in 2002. And it was a really great movie. I really love it. Definitely in my top end of Dreamworks films. Obviously it's an older one, and it kind of goes in with those ones, Prince of Egypt, Road to El Dorado, Spirit's in with that group. And I'd watched Spirit when I was younger, and I had quite a few friends that really loved it. And obviously it's a movie about a horse, and it's got some great music in it. And it's really beautiful visually, and yeah, it really looks great. I really love the film. So I was really interested to see this kind of spin-off choice. I think the reason why they did it is because horses are always popular. Like, people always like horses, don't they? So I presume they thought, yeah, Spirit, we'll go with that, horses. But obviously it's an older one compared to the other ones they spun off from. Now, I've watched 2 episodes of this. I was going to watch 1, and I thought that's not really fair to do a first impression, so I've watched 2. I can't see how it has anything to do with Spirit, bar the fact that the horse looks similar. And he doesn't look exactly the same, because he's got this white stripe that he didn't have before. So I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be Spirit's child, or it's supposed to be Spirit just in a different time. Whether it's, I don't know what it is. The show doesn't explain this, and it's kind of just really random. Whereas before, like I say, the other connections, even when I wasn't a big fan of them, they had the same characters, it kind of linked in, it would mention things to the movie. This one does not do that. Basically, we have this girl called Lucky, which I find a little bit confusing, because Lucky seems like a horse name, and that would be fine, I suppose, in a different setting, but in the horse zone setting, it always throws me. Anyway, so this girl called Lucky, who is kind of a city girl, and she has to move out into the country for some reason or another. And she sees this horse, Spirit, not sure, well, it is called Spirit. So again, I don't know, it's not explained. She sees this horse, and he's a wild horse, and he gets captured, like in Spirit. Is it like a redo of Spirit? Because Spirit gets captured, and I don't know, I really don't know. Anyway, it gets captured, and you know, he's unruly, like in spirit, an untamable horse, and then she actually manages to get a bond with him, you know, as you'd imagine, and learns to ride a horse in that one day. Which, you know, it's fair enough, it's a kid's show, like, we can't, what's it? And that's kind of what the first episode's about, you know, she gets this bond with this horse, and she's kind of, you know, dealing with normal things when they move into a town, the people there, is she going to make any friends? And, you know, it was confusing. The first episode was confusing because I didn't understand where the connection was. Now, there's 6 episodes to this series. I was going to say there's 6 episodes in season 1. I don't know if they're going to continue with a season 2. I'm not sure. But the 6 episodes, and like I said, I've watched 2. But I can't imagine they'll try and link it in the later episodes. That wouldn't really make sense. So I decided to go into episode 2 to see if maybe I just missed something and they brought it round. And they really kind of haven't. I'm not sure if maybe her dad has something to do with the Spirit movie. I don't know. Am I thinking too much into it? Can I just not figure it out? I don't know. Maybe there's like a thing online that explains, because surely it must have to link somehow, because otherwise, why would they do it? They could have just called this like any horse name and had just a general Netflix original cartoon horse kids TV show. That would have been fine. I think the animation is interesting. It's not my favourite type of animation, but I can see why they did it. It kind of does link back to the Spirit movie and does kind of resemble that type of animation. So, you know, it's okay, I quite like it. I like how it's got kind of a quite neutral colour palette, whereas a lot of kids shows now are really bright. This one's quite neutral, it looks very nice, it works well for the show. And the second episode was actually okay. It was enjoyable enough. I like the little friends that she's made. There's this little blonde friend who's really cute, and she did some things in the show which I then took a little video of and sent it to somebody and sent it to a friend and was like, oh, because it was like a funny moment. It didn't need to be that you watch the show, it's just this little girl said something funny and it was kind of relatable and fun, which I thought was pretty good. I liked that it did that, and that she was my favourite character, the blonde girl whose name I do not know her name, but yes, she was cute. And you know, it's kind of a typical story. In the 2 episodes I've watched so far, they get themselves in a kind of life-threatening situation each time, and somebody has to come to the rescue and things like that, which is kind of the typical type of thing. And it's got horses, so I think it will do well. I remember when I was younger, I used to love the show Saddle Club. Loved it. Thought it was the best thing ever. It was great. Saddle Club was so good. Now this is no Saddle Club, but it's similar. I guess it's kind of like an animated Saddle Club, but it's not as good. Saddle Club was so good. I wish they'd make a kids show now that was like Saddle Club, and I would watch that. So yeah, so you know, I think it'll do well because it's got horses. I don't see the link between the two, but I'd be interested to know your thoughts down in the comments below, what you think of kind of TV show spin-offs of like Dreamworks and Disney films, because there is quite a few, so I'd be interested in your thoughts. This is okay. Definitely don't watch it if you're just watching it for Spirit, because again, I can't see the connection. But if you enjoy horses and you enjoy animated TV shows, then maybe you'll enjoy this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this first impressions video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you then. Goodbye!